Hi, I wanted to share today my review of my new CRKT Guppie. This is my latest addition to my multi-tool collection, and before giving you my thoughts about it, I want to uh, explore a bit more about the design concept of it. Well, the the basic multi-tool idea is based on building a multi-tool around a knife, and that has worked actually for the Swiss Army knife has worked for the last 100 years, but actually the ideas comes from ancient Rome, so it should be about 2,000 years old. There are some pictures on the internet. I will look and try to post on my video. About 20 years ago or so, the Leatherman team came out with an idea. They thought the most versatile tool on the toolbox is the pliers. So we should build a multi-tool around a pair of pliers. So here it is, the basic Leatherman search. This is my almost everyday carry, and it has been a winning idea for the last 20 years. Well, the guys at CRKT thought, why don't we go a little bit more technical and build a multi-tool based on an adjustable range? But they also went a little further. They made a wish list of the things the multi-tool should have, and I actually agree on most of them, because I try to buy my multi-tools with these set of features. One of them is the one-hand opening system, and that is, in the most basic idea, a cut on the blade that allows you to stick your thumb in it and swing it out. Here it is. Another great feature that I also like to keep is the fact that you can carry it on your person without a sheath, and you can do that with a pocket clip. And this Leatherman T33, you can see it. It is a brilliant idea. Another thing they thought is one of the flaws that multi-tools in general have, is the fact that they don't have exchangeable driver bits, only fixed driver bits, as you can see in this Victory Knots tool. Actually, the steel on a Victory Knots is very good, unlike the steel in the Leatherman. This is about 20 years old and it's still flawless. This is only 10 years old, I believe, or something like that. It actually wore out the first day I used it. Terribly low quality steel. Well, they thought, let's use exchangeable driver bits, but use them in a standard situation, in the standard in the standard design, unlike the exchangeable driver bits in the Leatherman that are Leatherman exclusive. Well, those are great ideas, right? Obviously, the adjustable range, and they thought one of the most usable tools for most people is the carabiner. So they thought, why don't we fit a carabiner on a adjustable range, and we got a multi-tool. That's the frame of it. That's the basic idea, the basic concept of it. So they came out with the idea of the CRKT Guppie. Here it is. A little carabiner that has an adjustable range and actually a knife. That's a great idea, a winning idea. They must have thought, hey, this is not a winning idea. This is not a great idea. This is a Da Vincian idea. So, and it actually could have been, if they thought it well, which actually didn't happen. Actually, let's start with the carbiner. You see in a carbiner, especially these pear shaped or delta shaped, the gate opens on the bigger side. This is a logical thing because you have to fit things inside of it. Let's use another carbiner to show you. There you go. The guys at the CRKT didn't think that well. They actually fitted the gate the wrong way around, which is not very intelligent. Well, but that should be enough space to use most things. Well, probably they got away with it. The second idea was the one-hand opening, and they obviously fitted the basic pocket clip as we thought about, and the blade behind it, so it makes it incredibly difficult to open. But hey, with some effort you can do it. Unfortunately, it is not a lockable blade, but what can you expect? It's a tiny little blade. It's about a little bit over 1 inch. Well, and they must have thought that should be it. But wait, if we have changeable driver bits, we need to carry them around. So they probably thought about it only at the last time. And they came out with this not very intelligent idea. This is a, I don't know how we can call it, probably a driver bit carrier. And you have to carry it on the tool because you don't have a sheet. So what do? Well, they thought this is a heavyweight steel carabiner, so let's feed it with or in the carabiner. And they thought, why don't we feed a pair of magnets to stick it on? And they actually did it. The design of it has nothing to do with the first idea of the Guppie, which was alright. And actually it looks bloody awful. And the worst part is that the carabiner, it was already not very good. It's almost useless now. You can see this is a standard ring and it doesn't close. Not until you make a little effort to push it in. There you go. Well, it's not this is not the only problem. As you can see, it protrudes outside to the frame of the tool. Well, the other problem is that if you are a right-handed person, it's quite difficult. But if you're a left-handed person, it's just impossible. You cannot fit your finger in. Well, they thought, okay, we have a tool that do well, a lot of things, but do most of them wrong. Why don't we feed a light? And they feed it to go with the flow. With they feed it with an I don't want to be rude, but it's actually very coherent with the rest of the design. It's a useless light. So a useless tool with a useless light. So, I mean, it's very coherent, at least. And the design is that you can cut the design tension with a knife. This is just a thing you stock onto it. Oh, I had an idea. Why don't we glue this to this, and we get a brilliant multi-tool. Well, that's an idea I would like to explore later. Well, here it is. But they still make it. They managed to finish the design process and build it. Here it is. And some people like me buy it. So I already bought it and I've used it, criticized it, and review it. And I still think, what will the Guppie be good for? Well, and I gave it a try. I used it for about a week, and it definitely is not a multi-tool that will replace my Leatherman, which is a main one, or will replace my Leatherman C33 one hand opening knife, which is already very small. I would like to comment on that. This is very small, but this is even smaller. Well, it doesn't replace my Leatherman. It doesn't replace a simple knife. It certainly will not replace the Victorinox. So, what will the Guppie be good for? After a while, I started thinking and using it, and I came up with the idea of replacing my standard carbiner that in this case carries my car keys. Here it is. This was used for my home keys. So I thought, why don't I replace my crappy carbiner with my expensive crappy carbiner, which is the Guppie. And I started using it as a carbiner, only a carbiner. And being a backup for my Leatherman Surge, I carry this one and I carry my Surge. Sometimes I don't wear jeans, so the Leatherman Surge comes a bit heavy. So I use my Leatherman C33. Or sometimes I use my one hand opening or double pro or something, I don't remember the name, my Victorinox knife. And it works good in that combination. So I thought it will not replace a multi-tool at all, but will do very good replacing my carbiner. So my conclusion of the design philosophy of the Guppie is that it is a great backup multi-tool and a great carbiner. It won't do as a multi-tool, but it will be on yourself all the time. That happened to me. I carry it every day, and I feel alright. Sometimes I forget to carry my multi-tool, but I do carry my Guppie because it's already fixed in my jeans. And in my opinion, the Guppie does very good, replacing the crappy carbiner. And my suggestion to the guys at CRKT would be make it a little bit more like a proper carbiner instead of a useless multi-tool. And I certainly carry it every day, so I cannot say it is bad. And it just has to find his place on the tool shed. That's alright, boys. Thanks a lot for watching.